So I'm gonna screen share. Won't be able to hear the audio because it's like really quiet and it's stuff, but I'm sure you
Oh,
uh
mostly.
can you tell me about what the win cons of each team is?
Um, yeah, so our team, um, our win con, well, I mean, are you okay? So I'll break it up into like two ideas. So first of all, how we should play. I think we want Rumble to be strong, so the equalizer does a lot of damage, and um, we want to be looking to get AOE down with Jarvan Oriana, Jarvan Rumble. And it doesn't hurt if Varus is strong either, but we're fine to just farm bot. So I think to win, we want to make sure that Rumble is ahead. Darius Rumble is volatile, and the enemy team, for them to win, they want Darius to be winning the side lane, and they want to force us not to group, and they want Ari to find flanks. Um, and Affiliations is just trying to scale. So I think actually top lane is important to impact this game.
With that in mind, how do we accomplish our win con?
How
You
do we or how did
said,
we?
or how do you? How are you
Oh, okay.
supposed to? So you said like a few things, right? So your team wants to win by getting top ahead and watching out for our reflex. At 30 minutes into the game, that's what matters, right? So how do we accomplish that?
Well, early we can have Jarvan pressure top, um, and I can look to roam top if possible as Thresh. And to prevent Ari flanks, we want to um, well, having side lane pressure is pretty good, but also having vision set up to spot her is the main thing, I think.
Okay. So pressure top and warding. So we want to be able to track jump. Start at the beginning. So this good. We invaded top. We dropped a ward. We also scouted for our red buff that they're not taking. I so you're guaranteed to hit here, so they back off. Where did Sejuani start?
Um, I wasn't looking at the map just now, but I think we see her on the ward soon. I'm not sure actually, to be honest. I don't remember if she started bot or top.
So from what we watched here, right?
Yeah.
This point on, don't see her at all as we walk bot on this ward. Ari. So where's Sedge right now?
Probably on her blue. I think Gluesticks was saying that Ari would be um in our bot jungle if they were starting at our red or Raptors. So
So
we think she's
she's
in
bot
her
side right now.
yeah.
Something. She could do uh level 3 gank bot maybe. Now we see her. Did we press tab? Say that we press tab. Why is it important to press tab?
You can see how many CS she has and know which camp she's taken.
Yes, and if you have F keys or if you're fast at the camera control, you could also pan the camera over, see what see what buff she has, like as a general thing that you can do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, blow his cleanse, nice. This goes in. Perfect roam timer. Okay, we get this. Back bot. I mean, if you hit it, it was huge.
Yeah.
What you
I
could
wasn't
have
sure if
done
his
is
recall was gonna
maybe
be done.
look to flash. Your flash for his flash is worth, right? Took hex flash too.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I was trying to make sure that I got the interrupt on his recall because I wasn't sure if it was almost done.
You can usually tell by the circle and the sound, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So just be, you know, but if you like, maybe what you can do since you have like empowered auto right now. Oh, no, you don't. But I think like, yeah, I think you, like, I think it might have been,
This flash flay.
yeah, flash flake. And then if he flashes, then that's free. That's a gank for later.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, fast shoving. Oh, something happened. Let this be. Okay. Do we shove this wave? Yes. I remember like watching part of it. Got like through. So like it's like pretty clear here that he's looking to shove. But honestly, like what was the purpose of us shoving here? Was it to get like up to Herald? Is that what it was?
Um, I think at that moment, we'll have to see it again. I think like here, shoving this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once he started shoving it, it's a slow push, right? I want to see right before he chooses, because I think it's still on our side slightly, so it'll still slow push toward them.
I think if you pull up a little bit,
Oh, we
right?
could
Or
freeze this.
pull up this way. See my mouse, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Pull up this way, or you pull up this way, it freezes. Because you have four, at least four casters.
yeah.
So we didn't have to shove this wave. And then we put ourselves into danger of getting ganked or, because we know that they didn't back. They won't back because, well, they have nothing to do. They're full HP, full mana. Like, what else are they going to do? Right? So they'll probably be like, oh, wow, they're like shoving this. Well, we might as well stay and shove the next one too.
I thought they based. Wait, so you think because we shoved it, they canceled their base?
I mean, it's also not a cannon wave, so I don't see a reason why they would like fully commit to their base right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I should have. I wish I pressed tab more so I could see the items. But I don't know. Affilios. Okay. Wait, this is before. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
this
before.
or
Um.
they're full HP, full mana. Like it's not a cannon wave.
Okay. Yeah, they do stay. Yeah. So now our wave is bad. I think they freeze this.
we blow Var's flash for this.
Yeah, I had Lantern for him still. I don't think he had to flash, but the wave pushing it definitely put us in a bad spot because now I think they hold a freeze here, and I say we have to disbase. I have 1,000 gold,
So
but
the question is, um, so it's 6:30 into game, right? There's if you're looking to play like Herald, right? This is when you should be starting to talk about it, right? Um,
yeah, yeah,
and what you could do is maybe we just like wait and see what they do, and then decide if we wanna build a slow push and then crash and then just go straight top, or the other choice is like obviously what we chose, which was like fast push this wave, reset, go back bot, hit two more waves, reset, and then go to Herald. But I don't think they've based either, right? It was the one time that Rakan something. I don't know. We'll see the next time you press tab.
I think I press it in a second. Yeah,
I'll get it. Okay,
nice.
Pog. Okay, so
Uh,
it's not really
yeah,
like that much of a difference at this point in time. Like you're both sitting on lots of money.
yeah, we need to base more than they do actually.
Yes. But they
Yeah,
also have a lot of money to spend. So
yeah,
like, but the difference right now isn't like if you were to fight, it's not like, yeah, sure, there's a difference, but it's not super like critically, oh my god, right?
yeah, yeah,
So like knowing this and that Varus has two potions, we just kind of can do whatever we want right now because the ball's on our side of the court.
yeah. I wanted to base here, but he said to shove. So I'm not sure if I would have made the same decision. Um, but when Mitch called to shove, I was like, okay, I'll help you.
Yeah, but at this point right here, you could just say like after this, like, hey, like let's use this way. Try to, know? And then I would walk up, instead of walking down, I walk up this way.
Yeah,
Because like you could also ask Jarvan to hover too, know?
yeah,
Because
that makes sense.
you're low on mana, but you can ask him to hover, or even ask him to help shove wave. That's really it.
That makes sense. And I think here, I was asking, are we playing for Herald? And then Mitch said, I need you to help me break this freeze. So then I was like, okay, I'll stay here. And then we saw, I said Rakan could be going, then we see Rakan top. I don't think I had to die if I like walked back further after pressing my hook, actually. I think I thought
So
about it.
regardless here, right? Since you're bot and you know that on is top because he show here, and he shows now, right? He doesn't show bot, he shows top. This is the no longer a play for your side. You
Yeah,
just have to like give, like concede space, um, until you get there. So we simply we just stay mid and people up here get out. Or he doesn't move, just maintain where we are. And then you can look later perhaps get there time. Because we just gave a kill for nothing. And then now we can't fight this at all, even maybe if we
yeah. Are
waited
you
for you
saying
to respond, then
are
we could look after they take it. But because that it's the numbers disadvantage, you know, it's just tell them to keep doing play mid, play top, not go for.
okay? Do you think it was wrong for me to try to kill him 2v1 here, Aphelios? I think
No,
this is good.
This is good, right? The play that they're making is top, therefore you have to respond, make a play bot,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
right? So you make the play bot, therefore it also influences that you can't make this play top. Ori stays mid actually here, and you
So
make
okay,
this play.
so
So this play is like situationally correct.
okay, so I don't remember the comms exactly. But I remember communicating Rakan is top. So I don't know if I said specifically like you guys don't do anything up there. I think Glustix just said play it slow. Um, Not 100% sure.
Yeah. So basically, I'll transcribe. So you asked to kill bot. So Mitch says Rakan's top, and then you say let's kill the affilios here, which you do, and then right here, Glue's like we can play this slow. Can Rakan get to us? And then you say I'm dead. But the decision could have been made the moment we spotted Rakan top right here, right?
Yeah, so when I see Rakan, I back ping them and then I ping on the way to Aphelios.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's also something you could have talked about, like, from the state of your wave as well, right? You just say, like, wait for me, play top, get mid prio, wait for me to fix this wave, you know?
Well,
That's
if you
basically
pause
it.
it, actually, I feel like okay, so I feel like knowing that we have Oriana ult, Rumble ult for Heralds, and knowing that bot lane is frozen, I feel like the enemy team would actually choose not to fight topside and actually try to kill Varus with the frozen wave bot. Am I wrong? Like I feel like if I was there 4v4 and we pulled the trigger on Oriana Rumble, it's actually winning 4v4. So I felt like they wouldn't choose to make that decision. You know what I mean?
So, Rakan is up there, right?
Yeah.
They spot you here. Now it's free for them.
Okay, so okay.
So now it's no longer a 4v4, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I just yeah, it's interesting. Cuz it's like a mind game, right? In a way. I mean, once they see me on the ward, they know I'm not here, but also Rakan, he could be close, he could be in mid, he could be top.
You could be anywhere.
Yeah.
But the moment you show, right, you had, uh, basically a solid, like, 10 seconds before, like, Rakan showed.
Yeah, so he was by Raptors or mid already.
Right? And he could have like came bot like if he wanted to.
Yeah, well, the
But
thing is, we actually
but
did talk about it, right? Because I asked if I was playing for Herald, and they said, Mitch said no. So then I said, okay, I'm
because he
going
said
bot.
because Mitch said I need help like breaking this freeze, right?
Yeah,
So then it's your choice to make, right? You can
yeah,
only make one because you guys like mismanaged the wave. Now you put yourself in a situation where you have to make a choice between playing to fix the wave or playing for Herald. You don't get to have both.
yeah. I'm saying that when I agreed in the voice comms that I was going to help him fix the bot wave, that like my team knew that I'm bot, right?
Yeah, but it's also something that you just can't assume somebody to be like, oh, like, to know what that means. Right? If you're gonna be bought, does that mean like they can still like fight this? Does it mean like whatever? You need to help feed and guide like a conversation. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because if you played it slow enough, right, and you just helped him shove the wave, like that was another choice that you could have made, right? You say, I'm fixing bot wave, I'm coming up, right? That's also something that you tell them, and you just tell them that you have to wait for 30 seconds, like 45 seconds, right?
Yeah,
So you just like play slow, right? And then Or you just has to like watch out basically because you were playing in a position where they can pick, right? Ari has ult and Jarvan's over here. He doesn't have ult. Rumble's over here. So like all three of you are just split, so they get to run at anybody.
Yeah. So, because we saw Rakan there, I guess it was correct for me to go on the Aphelios, but I actually maybe there was time, like you're saying, if Oriana, stayed mid, then we could have, decided to fix the wave and then just rotate me up.
Yeah, she did have
Yeah,
her wave shoved at this point, but she could have also waited, right, and shoved the next wave too,
yeah,
right? Or asked for Jarvan hover, or it's just like really hard because like either way, your team has to like back off the objective to wait for people to come help.
yeah. And early in the game, Herald actually takes a decent amount of time to kill.
Yeah.
So
If we knew that they just took Herald, they are literally running mid here. Where are they?
I mean, they're in the bush right there between
How do
mid
you
and Herald.
know?
We saw them move down the ward.
Okay, so
I think I saw at least one of them move.
okay,
Maybe Rakan.
so where are they now?
Uh, Still there, right?
Still there.
Yeah.
So this is somehow a surprise for us.
Um. Well, okay. So I know Ari used her ult to kill Oriana right before this. So I knew Ari was vulnerable to my flay, and I wanted to, uh, I guess, get damage down on her just because I was able to. But I guess I baited Oriana Seaborg into walking up.
So how long does it take for a recall to channel?
8 seconds.
8 seconds. So this is at the point where they have walked into the bush, right? So it's 8:44 right here. So this is now becomes, oh, I'm no longer channeling my back. Now this is something that I can look at for a play. So they haven't actually recalled now yet.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I felt like our tempo was good compared to theirs. I'm actually surprised. I guess if you think about it, Sejuani got level 6 off the Herald or the fight,
Yeah,
so they
one of
still have
those.
Sejuani ult. So yeah, like I felt like our tempo was good and the enemy's tempo was bad, but Sedge just hit 6 and they still have proximity. So either way, like I think even if it was just me looking to flay, I'm still putting myself in a weird position. I could have gotten ulted instead of Oriana, so it's probably just not worth it.
Okay, they killed him bot. Can walk up to go put a pink ward. I mean, we see her top. Uh,
Aphelios has a lot of discipline, not walking up.
but also know that this here, right? This is like Drake is spawning soon, right? So
Yeah,
let's get our base ready to go to get vision for this Drake because you know that I don't know, how long is Sejuani ult cooldown?
Mm, I feel like probably like 70.
So it's probably back up by the time this Drake spawns.
Yeah.
But do they do well walking into us, or do we do well or no? Like how do we want to play like
It,
objectives?
yeah, if we're set up first and they have to walk in, that's very good for us. Yeah. So if we want to play for the dragon, we should have been resetting already to get our base off and then walk first because we see Sedge just top as well.
Yeah, so the guaranteed play here is to set up for Drake, right? Because like sure, yeah, if Philios walks up, dies, that's because he was bad, not because y'all were good, right? So the good play here is get a temp like regain your
Okay,
tempo
yeah,
advantage.
yeah, that makes sense.
And by the time you're in base, like you would have also finished your support item ticking. $2. However, just win
Yeah.
base, get that, because you already have it, right? Then back on the map, have your wards. And now she's basing and you're basing at the same time, or you don't base.
Looks like we
And we
don't
just do
base.
it. But you don't know where they are, and it's like really dark. But we could have also like had it lit up like a torch. We had the opportunity at the time too.
Yeah.
So I assume dropped it top. Okay, nice. There was uh yeah. So I guess the time that you could have influenced top this game would early, at least before like this point into the game. I mean it's still early game, but like that Herald play, right? Is to like or that first of all, the mismanaged wave led to that, right? It led to a
Yeah.
poor wave state, and then it led to a poor Herald fight. So that could have been changed if we had better awareness of our wave and how we can freeze it still. And then that would have given you possibly an opportunity to roam top. And also the second time would have been setting up for Vision bot side. Um, but that meant that Sejuani showed top, and now she's bot side. So we could have done it a lot faster, and we might have had been able to like had a faster rotate and move to do something else somewhere else.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, um, when you asked me how we win this game, and I answered play for top, I think it makes sense. But when we played this match and when we were preparing and talking about it, we definitely did not talk about playing for top as much. We just kind of talked about playing with Jarvan tempo. We didn't strategize to go for top, so it wasn't in my mind, unfortunately, during the game.
Yeah, that's just like something that you can do to the habit of like what is your game plan and how do we accomplish that?
Yeah,
And also like as long as especially like early when they don't have tools to dive your A to carry, right? Then it's like also your opportunity to have a move when the wave is right. But that's something to be set up in advance, right? So those are all things that you can talk about.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, here I watched this back. I completely griefed my positioning this entire Herald. Like me being up there, I was thinking, okay, I'll just stop Sedge from jumping over and we just get this for free. But like what I'm actually doing is I'm moving Varus's safety net into the enemy team because I'm the lantern is like to protect Varus. So here I'm actually not able to protect him at all. And it was really bad.
So
Um,
where would you have stood instead?
I should be standing either by pixel brush, getting like ready to stop them walking through the ramp and ult, uh, and have my lantern ready for Varus, or I should be between Varus and Oriana with my lantern ready, one or the other. But walking up here is really bad. Like getting the ward, I think maybe okay, but staying up there, yeah, it was bad. I shouldn't use my flash. I was just like, maybe I'll outplay it. No.
Shove mid wave together, walk up as a team together, stuff together. Play this slow. No, play this slow. Play this a little bit slower. I think it. So there's like a thing that you could do, right? Where it's um, like you could throw hook, but then tell team like not to go, cause it's on Rakan too. Like Rakan can just like W or E away, right? So us jumping on Rakan doesn't really do anything for our team. Hope that makes sense.
Yeah, the only way they can engage is with Sedge ult now, if Rakan is dead. But after we use Hook and everything else, then Ari and Darius can actually just walk up to us.
Yeah. So Rakan can just like he doesn't die on your hook. So what you could do is like you could still look to hook, but then tell your team like I'm gonna look to hook, but can only go on this if I hook this target. Or like I'm gonna hook like on my third hook, that's when we're going. Cause that creates a space. Right? Like yeah,
Yeah.
you hook Rakan, sure he uses W, right? And then you look again in 10 seconds, and then you like keep looking.
I used ult because I thought they would be running us down.
I think what happened, try and you get vision like here. Since you know that Sejuani has backed off, and since the Drake is pulling this way, it's moving, and we see this vision here. I don't, and you see them walk over here. Does this hook hit in any world? No,
Um,
right?
it only hits if they disrespect it.
Yes, but that's assuming that they're gonna play bad. So I think you use the pressure of you still having hook and your ult,
And I
walk
can
up,
walk
drop a
down.
pink here,
I
right?
don't have.
Or somebody else has one because somebody dropped a pink here. Right? So you stay here. You can even like, well, your Jarvan's dead, so you'll have to look for like either like to, bully them off it or something about it or try to steal it because Ronnie is still alive. So those are your only like options here. And then if we like
Yeah,
walked up and we dropped a box right here, maybe they'll like we wait out like the Ari ult or something, or we just like stand here and see what they do. Because you walking up grants you like um space for your team, but it's not like your team has anything up.
yeah, that makes sense. Either way, I was too fast on my Q. Should just hold it a second and just wait and see.
Okay, we don't. Uh, I think even if we hook someone over here over this wall, I don't think we kill them. Just like take damage. And you have to go back to base.
Yeah, I was thinking it was just Sedge and not Ari.
Ari cleared affiliate, so it could be Rakan.
I guess we haven't seen Ari, so okay,
Ari
wait,
right
is it
here,
here? Yeah.
walking.
Oh, that ward didn't spot her move down. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if I thought Ari was there, then I wouldn't have gone for that because I don't gain anything. I was just trying to be annoying to Sejuani. Um, obviously I got chunked out and then we lost. I think we lost mid turret, or at least we lost a lot of pressure from that.
You don't need to be up far this far either, right? And we also pinged that they were around the corner, so we can actually farm this under tower. There's no need to be up, and then you lose your flash, and then you're chunked again before this herald, not herald, baron. Base for wards.
Yeah, I need to.
This is a play you have to make in 20 seconds. Can't kill them within 20 seconds. You're gonna get collapsed on because you're walking from mid, right?
Yeah. Okay, right. So going on the. Okay, so yeah, so going on the TP, we know that they are coming from like their red
Mid,
side jungle.
yes.
Yeah.
It's a play that just was made too fast. If you
Yeah.
know, just track like TP, right?
Yeah, I think it's hard because like we just started playing with glue sticks too. Like I think he called to just pressure the Baron, but honestly, I definitely needed to base for wards like you were saying. But I wasn't thinking that in the moment. I was just thinking like I'll just be here for my team. But we like the tempo wasn't really correct to just force Baron. Like yeah, we didn't have to do that.
Like you said, like you would like us to walk into or them to walk into us, but we're never really. necessarily like here. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're always playing from like an angle that's from behind.
Yeah.
Here we actually don't fight this. Maybe we just look to steal this, unless if Rumble has TP.
I'm not sure.
Wow, what a surprise. We lost that fight. That's crazy, right? And then the game is just infinite hard. So Ari, oh, we're getting collapsed on. We are dead because Ari's behind us. And that's game over. Pretty much.
Uh, I mean, they're like way ahead. We still have the thing is like with our comp, we still always have chance to get a good ult combo. J4 Oriana. So it's not like over, but like on paper, yeah, it's really hard. So when they started the Baron though, like, do you think that with Rumble dead, we just decide we don't fight it at all, and just do we just push mid or something?
Yeah. Like look at your way. That's all you
So we
can
already
do,
shoved mid.
right? So hit the tower then.
Okay.
Is
We
are
have well we have
towers
shockwave. Do you think?
objectives?
Yeah, of course. So you think like we have shockwave. I guess it's not enough.
Do you think you win this 4v5 fight? I mean, you can try it, see what
I
happens. They all
I
have
think
everything, right?
I think that we have enough tools to pick one person and then disengage if we play it properly. To be honest, I think like maybe Varus ult, and then we try and kill that one guy. We save Oriana ball for them to walk forward. If they walk forward, then they get ulted by Ori. I think it's possible because they're taking Baron,
So
but
the
maybe it's more
only
of a coin flip, right?
uh, Ari flashes. She doesn't at her ult because it would give her a charge if she.
That's her ult, I think.
Oh yeah, no, she ulted. Rakan still has ult. Didn't use it.
Sejuani ulted. So wait, it says used her R used her R. Yeah, Sejuani ulted as well, right here.
Ronnie ulted. Yep. Ari ulted. Rakan still has his ult.
Yeah, so like knowing Sejar is down, Ari ult is down, and we have Shockwave, I think we can I think we can look, to be honest.
Can look with them having Aphelios ult and Rakan ult.
I think so. We have to space out, look for a Varus ult on somebody, and execute it properly. You think it's just doomed?
I think the better play would just hit tower. Because you're already like a lot of money behind. Did we press tab time here?
Yeah. 2.5 items Varus, 2.5 Aphelios. Oriana is behind. Jarvan is even. I'm actually ahead of Rakan with the locket. So
Ari has 2.5 items.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, but the other option was to hit mid.
Yeah, I agree. It's like it's more guaranteed. I feel like it's like I feel like we're just losing the game if we lose Baron. Maybe with Rumble dead, we just have to just like let it be. Also, maybe I played too far up in that. Like maybe I'm supposed to just protect Varus better. Like, I'd have to see it again. But I know Varus ulted Ari, then Rakan went in. I tried to flay Rakan out. Let's see. So we get Varus R. Okay. This is after. This is after Varus is already dead.
After?
Yeah. So we get Varus R. Because I'm pinging like we need Varus to ult, basically. So I go to chain CC, and then Rakan comes in, I flay him out.
And
Actually, I think it was
then
okay, but
yeah, and
they
then
just
they had
spaced Darius.
Flash Darius.
Yeah. The Darius flash apprehend. I don't know. I think there's a world where if we
There's a
execute better, it's okay, but yeah.
maybe it just has to be like a place lower angle.
Yeah,
Rumble does not have TP.
right.
Then we get collapsed on here. You're just dead here. What have you died?
Yeah, once they get the Baron, the game, like you said, it's way harder.
Shove mid wave.
Get flanked.
You don't know which way they went. Oh, like at these points in time, I'm always like watching and like always telling my team like, hey, we need to watch for flanks or whatever.
Yeah. I'm also not positioned in a way where I can actually protect my carries because I'm like on Jarvan. I should always be creating enough space between me and Varus, but also towards safety so I can lantern him out. So I messed up my positioning again. It's because I'm like trying to prioritize the Q and the flay, but honestly, like Varus in this kind or Thresh in this kind of comp, I need to be thinking more about how I'm gonna lantern. I think primarily. It's also because we want them to walk into us too. It's even more important. So my positioning there was bad as well.
So yeah, it's like really hard to play the game from the place where you don't get to walk first and Ari flank. So the biggest problem, like your game was fine and up until for the most part, up until like the wave bot that happened. Remember?
Yeah, because we mismanaged the wave. They froze it. It made me make the decision to play for the bot wave, or made the team make the decision, whatever, to play for the bot wave. And then I didn't call them off top fast enough, and they got a lead from the top side fight on Ari. They put the Herald on top lane, which got Darius ahead, and when Rumble can't win the side lane, our map pressure is sacrificed. And yeah, and then from that point, we were always off tempo for the rest of the game. Basically, I mean, it wasn't like drastic, but it felt like our tempo was never like as good as it could have been because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm trying to think like, did I mismanage the wave because I wasn't thinking about the wave, or is it because I wasn't thinking about prioritizing going top? I think I think either way, even if I was gonna stay bot, it's better to just keep the wave in a good spot regardless, right? Like that doesn't change if I'm going to Herald or bot. We don't want to get them the
Like,
free
can
freeze.
they, like, I guess, like, yeah. I mean, like, you keep it on your side, your Vars is chilling. I mean, the only opportunity that they would get to, like, dive your Vars pre-6 would be, like, if Sejuani is there, and if Sejuani is there, then it's free kill top for Rumble, and Rumble wins this game. Because your main carry here is Rumble, right?
Yeah,
And Varus is just alt bot.
yeah, yeah. That's true. So we definitely misunderstood our win condition. Um, at least in the way we executed it, we definitely weren't thinking for play for Rumble. Yeah, makes sense. I also need to be way more careful about my fight positioning. Because it's not just myself that I'm positioning, it's like my carry, right? Because of like the lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes
Wanna
sense.
take a break before we go on to the next?
It's up to you. I could discard into this one if you want. Okay, so how do we win this game? Um,
So,
hmm.
so they said that. So you said y'all are. They're gonna look to invade and get ward, and that Sever has no flash.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So how do we win this game?
Okay. So I know we want Karthus to scale up, become strong. We want to look for Ari roams, rotations, and bot. Because it's Sivir, she's gonna be safe with the spell shield with cleanse. She's gonna just push the wave and wave clear. Early, we can actually win 2v2 pretty hard, but after Sivir gets a little bit of wave shove, it's very uninteractive. So basically, I want to be impacting mid a lot and cover Karthus's jungle so we can farm. And also, Aatrox versus Sejuani, I feel like Aatrox should be able to win the side lane. So basically, we're playing again for like a 1-3-1 style. Let Ari push and roam, basically. Because if we line up with Sivir on the map, it's gonna be hard to do anything because Sivir will always get priority and be safe.
So basically, look to shove wave from mid, opportunity to create stacked waves and go stacked rest of the rest of the map.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely didn't think about it as that deep for this game either. I guess what I'm seeing from just talking about it is I need to either put more like mental emphasis on developing this game plan in my head, like while I'm listening to my team talk and while we're discussing things, I need to be thinking more deeply. Um, or I need to find a way to like give myself a second to just think about it. Because I know we talked about letting Karthus scale up. We talked about playing off of Ari Charm, and we drafted Aatrox to win. So we were thinking about the side lane win shove as well, but I don't think we thought about it as in depth as I just described, or at least I didn't in this moment.
Yeah, so it's just like because I've been getting coached too by Ben, and He's like, if you imagine a maze and you have a start and an end, and start at the start, you have to try all these different ways to get to the end. Whereas if you just start at the end and work your way back to the start, then you have a direct path instead of trying everything. So
That makes so much sense. Yeah, I'm seeing Karthus strong with his ult. I'm seeing Ari rotate and get a charm with like her wave shoved, and I'm seeing Aatrox just having perma prio.
and
Yeah.
so that's what matters 30 minutes in. So how do you facilitate that step by
Right.
step backwards?
Right.
And so then eventually you come to the conclusion that to play support this game, I need to create opportunities to roam mid and play for my jungle to make sure he doesn't get like rotated on. And how do I do that? Is just creating stacked waves and giving myself time to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I have to keep that in mind. Like a maze backwards. That is really useful. Yeah, I know in this lane, like we can always poke Sivir with Varus E. Um, I counter Rel kind of.
Do she'll be bought the same time as your Karthus probs. We don't have word.
Oh, if you go back actually before this wave crashes, I so here Varus should ward, but now I said, do you have ward? Do you have ward? And he like waited, and now I'm like, okay, it's too late now.
So we do that. Shove this wave in. Shove it. What are we
Yeah,
doing?
yeah, we could have warded try.
Just hit. You just two wave crash and then you go ward. That's it. And then if you stood a little bit more like forward here, then you could probably like have thrown in, right?
Yeah,
See Gwen? She full cleared? What a coincidence. Watching. Gwen is 100% topside. Why is Gwen topside?
uh, her Gromp is respawning or wolves.
Because we knew she full cleared from top to bot.
Yeah,
And if she were to come bot here, she's grieving.
and she would lose
Because
so much tempo.
her bot camps don't respawn, and then Karthus takes 4 quadrants of and her top camps respawn, and Karthus just takes it. So she's
Yeah,
just literally like crippling herself for no reason. So for a fact, and if Gwen comes bot here, and like somehow she kills both of you who both have sums, is that like bad for you? Your team in a sense. If she were to show
if
bot,
if Gwen comes bot and kills both of us.
somehow magically, but you have both sums and Sivir doesn't have flash, so like I don't think that happens, right? The worst that happens is that you blow sums, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right. So you're saying that because I know that Gwen, if she wants to be efficient with her farm, she's not going to be here, and they're not very threatening to us. I should be playing more aggressively uh, to win this 2v2 while I can.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I wasn't thinking about Gwen not being able to be there. I think the depth of it was I was like, well, we don't know where Gwen is for sure. I don't want to die. But yeah, that makes sense.
The lack of knowledge is also knowledge in itself, right? We don't know where she is, but we know for clear if she did come bot again, we have sums to dodge things, and then Karthus takes your entire topside jungle. So net win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, better maybe.
I miss my flay.
I'll leave that up to you to determine.
What? How I could have played it better?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was threatening to hold the freeze. I know she'll have spell shield. Uh,
So here we want to, when we are dead, look at, like, obviously press tab and also look at wave states. So look at wave state here and look at state top. He's fine, so we should be like,
yeah, I was thinking I wanted to impact the top fight, but then because our wave is still pushing toward them bot. Um. So okay, I communicated like I think I want to go top here, and then after I was already walking, then Mitch said I need you to come bot. So then I changed my
uh,
mind.
you could ask you or the jungler to fix the wave.
But I wanted to be top for the 2v2, or at least for the to impact Aatrox's lane.
Yeah, so if you say you're coming top, right,
Yeah.
then make it definitive, right? And maybe you just say, I'm coming top. You just like wait, right? Because the way, and then he gets ganked top, which
Yeah.
we knew somehow. We had the intuition that she would be top.
I had yeah. I mean, I didn't know Sedge would gank or Gwen would gank for sure, but I had a feeling, just based on yeah, like you said, I had intuition that there would be something happening, and I wanted to be there to impact it. Whether it was Sedge trying to solo kill him or whatever.
We could have also like warded deeper into her jungle with the pink because we saw her top and Rel by herself is not very threatening.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And if they were to dive Varus under tower when he has ult, it seems kind of sus for them. Sometimes it's just better to let the wave crash. It'll reset, and maybe you have an opportunity that the wave pulls in your favor.
Oh, with the cannon. Oh no, not with the there's no cannon.
Like here, it's like really risky to like hold this because you're tanking so much.
I wanted to waste her time, but I guess I'm just wasting my own time because Rel
Yeah, you're like
yeah Rel could have
basically
based.
wasting your own time because you want to be top here for role play.
Yeah.
Because you could have just, since there's nothing really to buy for you, right? Like 400, I would just like run straight top. Like, I know this wave comes in. I don't think they're gonna dive. I'll ask my mighty carry, like, hey, do I need to like stay for this? And then just like I would have been gone. I would have pieced out. like maybe at this point where like she's like hard shoving this, I would be like asking already like, can you get dove on your tower? And if that's like, can you farm safely on your tower? If the answer is yes, I'm peacing out.
That makes sense. So I have a question about Herald's value. So if like say hypothetically, Sivir and Rel stay, and I leave, they're not going to die Varus, let's just say, but they could get a plate or two, or let's say 2 plates. Do you think it's worth it to trade 2 plates bot for Heralds?
Do you think they'll be
Probably,
able
right?
to take 2 plates with Wave Clearer from Varus?
Yeah, I think so. I think I think they could get I think they can get 2 plates in the time I'm gone. Sivir and Rel, like if they both stay. If it's just Sivir, then probably not. But Sivir and Rel, I think they can. Maybe it's only 1 plate though. I know for sure they could get 1 plate. I think they probably can get a second one, but I'm not 100% sure.
So it's 1 plate share between the both of them. Whereas Herald, right? What's the purpose of this game, right? Is to get mid ahead and
Mid and top,
mid
yeah.
and mid and top jungle to protect your jungle, right? If that's your purpose, then that's what you play for.
Okay,
What
so
is their purpose? How do they win? Is Sever like a winning person for them, or she just like a Black Cleaver bot or whatever?
yeah,
Yeah.
Sivir's just a neutralizer prio generator. So they want I mean honestly, they need their mid jungle to be ahead. They need Sejuani or sorry, they need Syndra and Gwen to be strong so they can do things while Sivir just stabilizes and Sedge is just a tank. So yeah, so I guess the answer to my question is there are 2 factors, right? Like one is the win condition of each team, and if I'm thinking, okay, well my win condition is for top mid, it's fine to trade. And there's also like Herald's Herald is more threatening than just a couple plates because if they don't respond to it, it'll crash multiple times. There's also the gold you get from killing the Heralds. So I guess there is higher emphasis on Herald in general than a couple plates. Yeah, that makes sense.
One still
I said
bot.
here,
Yeah.
yeah, I said here, Gwen is in the alcove where she based, and I still had a, I still walked up anyway. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. But I had a feeling she was still here. Then I say we get dragon off this.
Yeah, but that's just a result of them diving bot.
Yeah, yeah.
But imagine if they just didn't dive bot and they just dropped the Herald and rotated to Drake right now.
Yeah, that's better for them.
So you only get Dragon because they misplayed. Your jungle top are
Yeah.
still respawning. Although they have your team has TPs, but they're not unleashed yet, so you would have to TP to tower. Was it 10 minutes? 14?
No, it's 10 minutes. They buffed it. 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, they walk through here, clear the ward, and the only TP angle is ward right here. But then
Yeah.
they already have position and they have like ults.
So can you go back to before, like when we know Gwen is in the alcove before she shows? Yeah. Okay. So here, they're making a play top. I think they get 2v1 actually, which is kind of unlucky. But assuming they don't, let's say they kill Sedge. Yeah, let's say they kill Sedge, then they reset, and we could probably contest Dragon. So okay, so it's just kind of like unlucky. I'm not sure if there's something I could have done differently here. Maybe I mean I could have based maybe because I'm not stopping them. I mean I'm like protecting Varus a little, but like
I
I guess I
mean,
could
it
play
was
it for
just
the win there.
here. We flashed here, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I wasted my flash. That's true. I guess knowing that my card this is topside, I don't have to be walking where I was. Like I thought Gwen was close, right? So I was trying to like keep Gwen from basing without getting punished. Like I was trying to waste her time, but
I mean, like jungle's
yeah,
one of those roles where you have to they can play patient too, right? It's not necessarily like her wasting time either. Right? If she
yeah,
has cleared,
no,
because she clears fast, right? So if she's cleared everything and she's waiting for this dragon to spawn, then that's not her time wasted in a sense.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true.
So if you feel like
Yeah,
you can win this 2v3, sorry, 2v this dive, then yeah, you stay under tower, but if you don't feel like you don't win, you just like back off, but your team has TP, so it works.
yeah, yeah. I think I stayed and played for the Flay because we had TPs coming in. But if I know there's
But
no
if you just
TP,
like
I'm
walk
just
back a
playing for
little
Lantern.
bit, what
Yeah,
if you like held your hook here and you're just standing here, right? And you have Flay, right? And ulti here,
and hook.
imagine,
I could hook
and hook.
Sivir or something. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we kill Gwen too if I held my hook. But if I'm not playing for my team to TPN, then I'm looking to just Lantern Varus' safety.
If you feel like you can outplay, then that's another thing. But if you don't, then you just like peace out. That's just unlucky.
I didn't aim it well. I should have waited for Karthus to throw his slow first and then throw my hook. But I swept that and I wanted to clear it, but then I realized I don't feel safe standing there.
Why don't
So,
you feel safe standing?
uh, because Rel and Gwen are missing, and I don't want to get caught before the Herald. I don't have flash either.
Bigger picture.
Why don't I feel safe standing there? Because we don't have mid priority?
Yes. So shove a wave, walk together, right? Then you have your AD carry and your jungler to walk with you.
Okay, yeah, so I'm being too, I'm not working with my team enough for the vision.
Yeah. Takes it. Kill
I
this.
can't, I can't believe this guy survived. I miss, like, we miss everything on me, Ari, and Karthus. Ugh. I thought she would juke with her E, but just didn't.
No prio mid.
Yeah. Well, okay, here, is it even possible to get prio against Sivir, to be honest? Is it possible? Maybe not. But like at least I
No.
should still link up I should still link up with Varus, right?
Or
So
Varus just simply just doesn't walk up. Or someone needs to escort.
yeah. Yeah.
Right? So if you know Aatrox is fine, you walk with the rest of your team here, Ari and um Karthus, and then you're here together, and then probably walk through mid, create prio or to match prio, and then once there's no wave mid anymore, you can walk with your go ward stuff because you know that Aatrox has first move. So he
Yeah.
just like like moves off wave to like this is Mia from Vision, and then you walk together.
Yeah. That makes sense. I was thinking because Sivir is Sivir, she just shoves for free. I can never match the prio, but in doing so, I like completely left the middle of the map I don't know, worked. It was just like yeah, I didn't get to link up with Varus, didn't get to sweep together. etc. Yeah, it feels bad. We never got to control Baron Vision like this entire game. I mean, here we're down a lot of gold, but
Yeah.
we're stacking dragons and we are scaling with Karthus, which I was like, well, I mean, it's playable. Karthus scaling. Once we get Soul,
Sure, you can never get prio, but you could always like help clear. The rest of your team isn't here. Don't look, because then we also don't have aftershock anymore.
yeah, I felt like with Sedge top, we should have fought that. We had Aatrox flanking.
It's free. Oh, we walk up for a reason. Okay, let's
We
see
have
how we play
Soul
there.
though.
Okay, I don't know if we
To flash.
flash because she dies on next Q and Leon.
Uh, yeah, true. How do? I wanted it to be over as fast as possible because they were shoving in our bot lane. I didn't want to get like chased, strung along.
Okay, it's free. Okay, shove waves.
I think we see Syndra on the ward.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yep.
see her like illegally in our jungle. Maybe it's not so illegal.
I think if you guys play this better mechanically, you actually maybe win this.
Hey, my hook misses. Then I use Lantern on Aatrox. He doesn't grab it.
We just, as Varus, we hit over the wall. We actually don't blast cone over right now.
Yeah, though that too. Like
Unless,
if I mean,
yeah.
so I Lantern to get Aatrox in closer, and I think Aatrox and me just killed them all with Soul, and Varus is chilling. But uh, because like Aatrox doesn't grab my Lantern, and I also don't have it for Varus, and Varus goes over, it's like a disaster.
Varus needs to slow down because they're taking portal over, right? But he needs to go like this way, hop this way, and not go into Rel, right? With the blast plant. So he needs to hop this way, at a time, because he like needs to get away from Gwen, right? So he needs to hop like this way, right? So we don't get hit by
Yeah,
Rel
the
knockup.
Rel.
And then he's right here in bush right now. He plays bush, right? And then he walks away here after that kill. And then he's like waiting for Gwenar, and then he's hitting now, right? And he, plays plays his spacing better.
Yeah, I agree.
We can walk. Uh, what I would do here is take the second portal as well. I would
This
ward
one?
backwards. I would
Yeah,
ward
so
backwards.
I was communicating to Glue Sticks. I'm like, I really want to take this portal, and he's like, why? I'm like,
Why not?
it's
Is it free? Where's the rest of their team?
yeah, they had 3 dead. They had 3 dead.
Okay, where's the rest of their team right now?
Sivir's mid, Sedge's bot.
Okay, do you get to walk up for free without anybody's help?
Yeah, actually, I should just go on my own.
So just go on your own, ward where you need to ward for this herald, and then walk backwards. So maybe you don't get to walk back this way, But you tell your jungler, I'm gonna ward their bot side and I'm gonna link up with you here. No? So then Sivir doesn't get to walk this way.
Yeah,
So it's
I can
just free.
I can say I definitely did not identify that I had a window to go on my own safely. I didn't in the moment. I didn't see they were all dead and two were showing. I thought they were respawning already, so that's my fault.
Right? At this point in time,
Yeah, we
you
see.
already know that you have free. It's free.
Like, it's weird, right? Because I had the intuition, like I felt it. I was like, I want to take this, but then I didn't go further and think, well, I could just go right now.
Because you waited too long. You hesitated. The window of opportunity passed.
Yeah.
Imagine how useful those wards would be right now.
Yeah, we could TP flank.
Or we could spot their rotation faster.
Yeah. I kill this instantly. I shouldn't have jumped in.
I don't think.
Yeah. Because I'm dead,